Coming up on a jam-packed This Is Arlington, find out how AHS is making history with the addition of a new club.
We take an in-depth look at Principal Davis's second year, cover recent events including the largest career and college fair in school history.
In sports fans, we have you covered with a full wraparound coverage of fall sports at AHS. And make sure you stay until the end because you do not want to miss our teacher spotlight.
And it all starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Jocelyn Hayes.
And I'm Alea Washington. Welcome to the show tonight. On This Is Arlington, we'll be covering everything going on here at AHS from sports to clubs. Leading with purpose and passion, it's Principal Chris Davis's second year at the helm, focusing on student connections and academic success. McKenna Yarbrough has the full story.
As Principal Davis is entering his second year as principal at Arlington High School, there are many things he wants to achieve, but the biggest one is making school fun again.
My favorite thing of school is interacting with students, like the things we do for and with students. That's the name of the game for us. We're here for students, and that's what we should be. We should be every day, or when we're serving students, be better than the day before.
Principal Davis is known for being the fun principal. Everyone loves him. He makes himself known to the student body. He takes time out of his day to go to different sporting events and fine arts performances.
He is who you see. You see him laughing with the kids. You see him laughing with the teachers.
I think that he's become a lot more involved with his students and teachers. Like, he's very hands-on, wants to be able to communicate, and makes his presence known as not just a leader, but he's also a friend almost.
He's not just the fun principal. It might be his second year here, but he's already made an impact, from bringing back school spirit to making academic accomplishments. In Arlington, I'm McKenna Yarbrough.
Another key goal for Principal Davis is preparing students for college. Earlier this week, students were given an opportunity to take a step in that direction. Students packed the rotunda and gym for Arlington High School's 2025 College and Career Fair. Approximately 70 schools set up booths to connect with future applicants. From learning about admission requirements to exploring new career paths, students had a chance to see what it's like being offered and take the first steps towards their futures after graduation.
I feel like the college fair affects the students and the students here at Arlington. It allows them to be able to get a good concept of ideas and options that they may not have known that they had.
Superstore IKEA pays Arlington High School a visit to demonstrate how to create a proper business plan. IKEA representatives sat with students as they present their business plans and left our students with the advice to improve their plans. Our students have a variety of concept business, from coffee shops to fitness apps. We hope that creativity continues to spark as IKEA comes back in April to revisit the teams and their finished business plans.
I think having those real world industry representatives come in and kind of give insight and feedback to the content that I teach in the classroom is very rewarding for the students.
Today, we spotlight Miss Michelle Schluter, the ESL teacher at Arlington High School. She helps students who come to Arlington knowing little to no English, bridging the gap in their education and making a lasting impact. Sebastian Oliveros has the full story.
For years in the regular classroom, at the end of the year, I'm thinking, did I make a difference? Did they learn anything? But with ESL, I see the growth, and I see that, when my students graduate and they go on to college or careers, I know that I helped in some way.
It was really good. When I first came into Arlington, I didn't know any English. I didn't know a little bit, but thanks to her, I know what I know right now.
Not all teachers connect as deeply with their students. Yet this one AHS teacher has been building relationships inside of the classroom for years now. Michelle Schluter, an ESL specialist here at Arlington Community Schools, is one of a kind.
I just have to remind them a lot. Speak English, speak English, speak English. And which is difficult for them because they get into a class after hearing English all day, they want to speak in their native language. So I just have to keep reminding them.
From my experience, yes, have been wonderful. I had gotten a lot of help throughout the years with other classes and stuff like that. With having harder understanding of words, Ms. Luder have provided a lot of help.
Because of this special teacher, many students throughout Arlington's history have been able to persevere through their English journey.
It is estimated that 10% of high school students in the United States have taken English as a second language at some point in their education.
At 24-6 and 7th in the state, Arlington High School volleyball isn't just making noise. They are demanding attention. As the postseason looms, the Tigers are hoping this season becomes the one they break through.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing to have this opportunity to be able to help my team perform at a level that we really haven't before in school history, and just the opportunity we have to do something that hasn't been done before is just, it's amazing.
Arlington High School volleyball is performing at a historic level. A huge part of this success has been the leadership within the squad.
We have a bunch of really good junior leaders, and then we have our senior leader that have just really been kind of conveying the right message, the same message that the coaches are having, and it's just really gotten everyone on board, whether they're a senior, a freshman, a sophomore, whether they're playing or not.
Team leaders Addie Harris and Amon Newhitch continue pushing their fellow teammates further towards the team's ultimate goal. They've been the glue keeping the Tigers' bond strong, even through the tough times. After a historic 17-0 start to the season, the Tigers faltered, losing 2 straight, but their bond never faded.
After our loss against North Point, we came into the gym the next day and we all the players on the team kind of brought ourselves together, and we had a little meeting without the coaches, and we were like, hey, this is not going to happen again. Like, we can't do this again.
The leadership of these players and having this players-only meeting has been pushing the team closer to the ultimate goal, winning state.
The goal is still make it out of the district tournament, make it out of the region tournament, win sub-state, go to state, and I think if we don't hold them to those standards, then we're, doing a disservice to them.
In Arlington, Tanner Ledger.
The Tigers looking forward to build off their terrific season as they host district rivals Collierville's last night. The district leading Arlington Tigers hoping for a season sweep over the Dragons, and they started off with a bang, extending their lead 21-12 after an ace from Zaria Moss. Old Lease commit Addison Harris followed up the ace by closing out the first set with a well-paced tip to seal. The first set, the Tigers would go to win the match 2-1 and sit 24-6 on the season with 2 matches remaining.
And the Tigers football team is also hoping to write their names in the record books this season. The Tigers are coming off of their first loss of the season, falling 58-0 last Friday to Collierville as the Tigers dropped to 4-1. The team hopes to bounce back this week against the Lakeland Lions. Lakeland is 2-3 so far this season. They are coming off of a big win against Fayette Ware. It was a close game, but Lakeland ended up victorious with a final score of 60-53. The Tigers are back at home as they take on Cordova next Thursday in their first district game.
It was a good test. We learned a lot, We had some hard realizations as well, So the first 4 games we did really well. Then against Carnival we struggled. So we learned, thankfully, before we get into a lot more of our district games and region games, some of our struggles where we kind of fall short. So it was kind of nice to learn that now, midway through the season. So, going into Houston, Bartlett, Cordova, even Lakeland this week. So, we learned a lot about ourselves last week.
The Arlington High School boys cross-country team is well into their season, with regionals just 1 month away. The team continues to train and practice consistently. Upcoming races include the JV event at the Hoya Frank Horton Night Classic, the Jesse Owens Classic, and the Round-Off Invitational. Runners are working to set personal records, including Will Glenn, who ran a personal best of 16 minutes and 13 seconds at the Twilight Meet earlier this season.
The team looks okay. I really think we have some room to improve, especially with our seniors. Cork, our best guy, hasn't hit his PR yet this season, so we're hoping he gets up there.
The Arlington girls soccer team is making strides this season as they push through district play and prepare for the playoffs. They are 5-3 in their last 8, including a 9-0 win over Harding on senior night last week. The Tigers currently sit at 7-4 after a loss to Collierville earlier this week. They will continue district play tonight at Mumford as they hope to spoil the Cougars senior night. AHS has 3 more regular season matches after tonight as they set their sights on the playoffs.
While the girls' soccer team is wrapping up the season, the Mighty Tigers band just is getting started. The AHS hosted its annual Arlington Open Invitational last Saturday. The premier marching arts competition brought schools like Craigmont, Bartlett, Dysenburg, Collierville, and Arlington Middle to showcase their talents. The bleachers of the football stadium were loaded with fans cheering on the different bands. Next Thursday, the band has a chance to show off their 2025 show, A Symphony Without an End, at halftime at the Arlington-Cordova game. The AHS Tiger Band is using money from concessions to further fund their program.
It's the first opportunity for us to perform in our costumes and perform in front of a crowd, and it's really fun to see all the things come together and see our competition for the season.
Arlington High is making history with its first all-black student run club. Tiger Life reporter Ryan Darby has the scoop on how this club will offer representation and community on campus.
Arlington High is known for its wide variety of clubs, from bowling to film and video, offering students many ways to get involved. But this year, one group of students is creating something new, the school's first Black Student Union.
I've lived in Arlington all my life, but we don't have a Black community club. And I noticed a lot of Memphis schools or Collierville, Bartlett, they also have Black student associations. And so I was like, well, maybe Arlington should have one too. So I decided to just start one.
Black student unions have deep roots, dating back to the civil rights movement of the 1960s. Back then, young African Americans organized peaceful protests against discrimination. Today, these unions continue that legacy by celebrating Black culture, history, and identity.
I believe it's important to have a Black student union so students can learn about their culture, a little bit more about history or whatever questions they might have or concerns that they might have about themselves.
With diversity, equity, and inclusion programs decreasing nationwide starting January 2025, Arlington High School's new club is a step toward keeping those values alive.
DEI is something I truly, I believe in. I think it's a good thing. I don't think it should be, get shut down. I think it's important that we learn about different cultures and different people.
Students are hopeful the club will provide a safe and supportive space on campus.
Creating spaces where Black students can feel secure and feel safe, and an environment that's as hectic as high school would be very great for not only Black students, but to help ensure a more diverse Arlington High School.
While the first semester is still underway, students are already preparing for their upcoming trip to Japan this spring. Last year, Joel Wilhite led a group on a 15,000-mile round trip to Japan, and this spring, they're headed back. If you want to learn more or join the trip, stop by Mr. Wilhite's office in room 401.
We do a lot of different things. We see Tokyo, we visit lots of historic sites and Buddhist temples and Shinto shrines. We're also visiting museums, and we'll visit a Sony showroom where Sony shows off all their latest robotics stuff.
So, Jocelyn, what do you think about the Japan trip?
I think it's awesome that our school provides such a unique experience to give to students. What about you?
I think it's also pretty great. I feel like students get to go out, especially out of the country, and experience different cultures. I feel like it's really good.
That's all for today, Tigers, on This Is Arlington.
Remember to turn on post notifications so you don't miss new episodes.
And be sure to look out for Tiger Life's upcoming live streams and broadcasts.
Thanks for tuning in.
Have a great day.